It's true. Which is why the Indianapolis 500 attracts 500,000, because they love watching men dice with death. And most of them wouldn't mind seeing someone get killed. Let me be very honest. Okay. So, in other words, the prospect of death, listen, attracts spectators. Correct? Yes? The prospect of death attracts spectators. But if that applies at the Indy 500, it's also going to apply in your life.
Everything.
The fact that you're willing to die to your passions, to your inclinations, to your dreams, to your own goals, and adopt His visions, His dreams, His goals, His inspiration, His finish line. When you're willing to die to race in the race of a messianic believer, people are going to come out of the woodwork hoping to watch you die.
Hallelujah.
But they'll come out. And that's how we proclaim. How do we proclaim? We get them out. Hello?
It's true.
How do we proclaim the good news? We get them out to watch us. And they're saying, wow, Abraham, man, he used to smokes. He used to drinks. He used to watch the hoochie movies. He used to be a professor of fornication.
No.
Now look at him.
No.
The guy's got no life. He's dead to parties. He's dead to narcotics.
Hallelujah.
He's dead to joints. He's dead to bongs. He's got no women.
He's dead to Sunday school.
He's got nothing. Look at the guy. He's dead. I mean, he's completely. He's a party pooper. He's a dead dude. Dead. The guy's got. I mean, all he does is sit in the corner and read his Bible. But what are they doing? They're coming out and watching. They're watching your death to this world, aren't they? You know why more people come to the Indianapolis 500? Because they know no one's going to die in a football game unless by a free guy. At Indianapolis, the driver chasing his dream could have to pay the ultimate price. But you know what the good news is? When you're willing to die in the race, people are going to come out, man. They're going to come out of the church. They're going to come out of the synagogue. They're going to come out of the radio studios. They're going to come out of the television. And they're going to, how can you be so forgiving when you were sexually abused as a child? When they stole your stuff, when your mother was beaten in front of your eyes, and yet you turn around and forgive them? How can you do that? You're dead. You're brain dead. But do you see the key to victory? When we die, the world is enamored with death. Because they think death is the end. We know death is a door into Yahweh's presence.
Amen.
But they are enamored with the unknown, with the unseen, with the afterlife. And so when they see a Brian Sander or an Edna or whoever willing to give it all up, the apartments, the boats, the yachts, the luxury cruise, they're dying to bringing all their passions into subjection. They're going to come out because they love seeing people die. And when they think people are dying to this world, no fun, no party, no life, they'll come out and watch you die. What they think is death is to you victory in the finish line of life.
Amen.
Victory.
Am I getting through to anybody?
Yes.
I'm telling you, man, if I had the Indy 500 every week, I'd really preach this good every week. Now we got to pray to God. I mean, Yahweh, to come up with a weekly Indy 500.
Yeah, we can do that. Come up with our own.
What is impossible with man is possible with Yahweh. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Think about it. Think, what is going to bring these people out tomorrow? The prospect of seeing someone crash into the hallowed four corners of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and another driver would die. That's what they're going to come for. I enjoy racing. I like racing. I like the lessons I can learn from racing. But there are some people like that. Amen? Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Okay, there's no what Yeshua said. If you're going to follow me in the race of life, you're going to have to lose your life to find it. Can we talk? You know why some believers, can you imagine, believers are depressed, confused, angry, hurtful, unforgiven, broken? How can that be if Yeshua came to set us free? Because they have not died to themselves. Understand? They have not died to themselves. Die means whatever. I live for Yahweh's dreams, Yahweh's goals, Yahweh's aspirations that He's given me. I don't have any goals. I don't have any rights. Did you ever hear that one taught in the Sunday system? Who told you you have rights? You know, we hear that all the time, right? It's true. We don't have rights. What rights do we have? We are bought with a price. 1 Corinthians 6:20. Therefore glorify Yahweh with your body and your spirit, which are Yahweh's. We don't have any rights. Well, when an Indy driver straps themselves up in that car, all the rights are gone. The right of refusal, the right of return, the right to quit, the right to drop out, they're all gone. Now it's just a struggle of life and death for victory. 5 minutes. Huh? 5 minutos? Okay. Matthew 24:13. Matthew 24:13. He who will have endured the 500 miles of the Messianic Nazarene walk shall be delivered. Are you with me?
Come on now.
The Indianapolis 500 is like the believer's life. You've got to be around at the finish. Well, brother, I believe. That's great. Tell me if you're going to be around at the finish. Well, I got saved in the Baptist church 59 and a half years. That's great. Are you going to finish? Are you going to be a believer when you die? Are you going to be walking with Yeshua closely when the time comes to be with Him? Amen? Baruch Hashem Yahweh. So, in verse 13, we see that it is like an endurance race. He who endures to the end shall be saved. How do you win the Indy 500? A lot of drivers say, I'm not interested in leading anything except the last lap. I'll say that again. A lot of Indianapolis drivers say, we don't want to lead the race. The only lap we want to lead between the Indy 500 and the Messianic Nazarene line. At Indy, there's how many winners?
One.
He that endures to the end of the Indy 500 in first place, he wins. Don't tell me how many recordings you used to do. Don't tell me how many people you led into the kingdom. I want to know where you're going to be around the last lap. That's the only one Yahweh is called to. Only the one who leads the last lap is going to win. But wait a second. Here's the difference. Unlike the Indy 500, okay, where the driver has to be willing to die to chase his dream. The life of a believer in Yeshua, listen, it is not important what position you finish in, but the fact that you finished all 500 miles. At Indy, it matters where you finish. In the Messianic life, it doesn't matter where you finish. What matters is, did you run the full 200 laps? I cannot begin, I don't have enough time in the day to tell you the people that once lived for Yeshua and loved Torah that fell away from the faith and no longer live for Yeshua. Rabbis, pastors, there's not enough time to tell you.
It's true.
Well, Rabbi, we led the first 199 laps, but they didn't lead the 200th lap, and they didn't run the 500 miles. And Yahweh's chesed and mercy and rachem on us is, He's saying, I know life's tough. I know not everybody is a winner in the world's eyes. So I'm not asking you to win every finish line, win every battle, cross every finish line in first. I'm asking you to run the full 500 miles with me all the days of your life so that mercy and goodness can follow you all the days of your life as you live and dwell in the house and the arms and the plans and palm of Yahweh forevermore.
Hallelujah.
Make sense?
Yes.
Yahweh's going to ask you one question. Did you run the 500 miles with me? And the only way to run 500 miles is to set goals to be competitive and bring your body into subjection on lap 1, lap 2. Be ready to die on lap 3, lap 4. Run according to the rules on lap 6, lap 7. If you're doing all those things right and you run the full 500 miles, Yahweh says, you're a winner. So in other words, living life as a believer is easier than winning the Indianapolis 500.
Yes.
Because all we got to do is finish.
Amen.
Right? We don't have to come in first place. Why? Because look what Yahweh is going to do to the idea that you always have to come in first. See, in the world, we've got this idea that if you're not in first place, if you're not the best at something, don't do it. Yahweh says no. He says, set your goals, let me meet those goals, do it lawfully, let me bring you to victory. Amen? But he says, stick it out for the full 500 miles. Stick it out for the full 500 miles. Cross all those finish lines that I give you. So what makes us winners in the Messianic race is not that we win, but that we finish.
Amen.
What a loving Yahweh. We don't have to win. We don't have to be the best preacher. We don't have to be the best shoemaker. We don't have to be the best teacher. We don't have to be the best shipbuilder. We don't have to be the best auto mechanic. We don't have to be the best carpenter. We just got to serve Yahweh faithfully all the days of our lives with goals, with things that we can aim for, with dreams, with aspirations, with achievable human things. And with Yahweh's help, we can cross all those finish lines on a daily basis till we run the full 500 miles.
Amen.
Like Indianapolis, there's a checkered flag. But the checkered flag in the world is a little different in Indy. At Indianapolis, the one who gets the checkered flag for victory drinks his milk. But the one who gets the checkered flag from Yeshua hears those words. And we close with this, brother, third close. Every competitor hears the same words. Well done. Not, hey, you won. No. Well done, good race. You ran the 500 miles. Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your master. You come in second, third, fourth, doesn't matter where you finish, but that you finish. And when you finish your course, your will, your purpose, your life, your plan, here's the good news. No matter how many lives Rabbi Moshe changes through the Ruach HaKodesh, it doesn't matter. You and I will get the exact same words at the and when we go to be with the master. Well done, good and faithful servant. If you are faithful in your arena, and if I'm faithful in my arena, we both hear the same words. There's not going to be a Hershey bar for me and a Kit Kat for you.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Nestle's French.
Well, he was a rabbi. You know how that goes. That's in the world, honey. We all going to get Hershey bars. It pays to serve Yahweh. If you're faithful in those finish lines that Yahweh has put in your life and bring your body into subjection, you'll hear those words. Well done, good and faithful. No, not good and faithful rabbi. Good and faithful evangelist. Good and faithful shipbuilder. Good and faithful servant. Enter the joy. Come into victory lane. So, unlike the Indianapolis 500, it's not winning, it's finishing. And you know why finishing is easy? Because Yahweh is with us. And if Yahweh is with us, you tell me, who could be against us?
We can do all things.
Who could be against us?
Amen.
If Yahweh is with us, who cares? Who fears what man can do unto us? As they say in Yiddish, man can kish my toches. You know what that means in English? I won't tell you. Same thing Yeshua said to Kepha. Get behind me, Satan.
Amen.
Let me give you a little biology lesson. There's only one thing behind you. Baruch, not all the religious folks are getting nervous. Baruch Hashem Yahweh.
Well, actually, there's more than one.
In other words, be in it, finish it, get your checkered flag, and I'm going to show you how loving, man, I'm going to close with this, I promise. I got to tell you how loving and cool Yahweh is. See, I serve Yahweh not just because he's Lord, but because he's cool. Yahweh is cool, man. I mean, I do get high. I still get high, I admit that, but it ain't with the glue. Matter of fact, I feel a little tipsy right now.
Hallelujah.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh, I'll tell you what. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, those race fumes are starting to get to me. Matijahu 20, 20, verse 16. Watch this. Man, I love it. I love it. So we're going to hear those words, well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the simcha of your master. Watch this. Let me close with the last close, I promise. That's the first thing I tell you in seminary. When you're going to close, open, never tease the audience. You can see I went to seminary. Matthew 20, verse 16. Ready? Thus, we got some happy Hebrews starting to act up. Matthew 20, 16. Thus the last shall be first, and the first last. Many are called to run this race. Few are chosen. Now listen, at Indianapolis, you finish first or you have nothing. In Yahweh's Messianic Nazarene race, as long as you finish the 500 miles, you are considered to have done a job well. And Yahweh will say to you, it doesn't matter where you finish. Why? What Yahweh's going to do, to upset our religious apple cart, is take all the believers that have ever served him, and those thinking they're going to get the big, great, and awesome rewards, Yahweh is going to reverse the order. So now we're running the Messianic Nazarene Israelite race, and we finish in first place. Crusades and healing services and all these things, and big name evangelists and TV ministries and people doing whatever, they write checks of $3,000 and they do it. And Yahweh says, wait a second. Wait a second. Reuben finished the 500 miles. Linda finished the 500 miles. Big shot evangelist, you thought you were so much better than everybody else. You finished the 500 miles. So you're all going to hear well done because you were faithful in what you did have. But nevertheless, I'm going to take the order of finish. Now listen here now. You with me? I'm going to take the order of finish and I'm going to reverse it.
Hallelujah.
So that the last person who completes the race will be first. Meaning, just complete this thing, man. Just stick it out. Just hang in there and get some goals and dreams and aspirations in your life. Don't just get through waiting for your heavenly home. Your home's going to be there when you get there. Do something. Start a ministry.
Yes.
Start feeding the homeless. Start clothing the naked. Find Yeshua and on the street somewhere or in a home and minister in Yeshua and being the salt and the light of the world.
Amen.
For a city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. So Yahweh is going to take that human order. So we got a billion, let's say for the sake of argument, a billion believers. We all finished the race and we all ran the 500 miles. And Yahweh says, well done. But then he's going to go.
Hallelujah.
Who cares about the order of finish? Everyone is in. Everyone was faithful. Everyone was selected. Everyone was faithful to the end, giving up their life because they were willing to die. They will found their life. They found their victory. They found their overcoming. They found their destiny.
Hallelujah.
Here's the race results. It don't matter no more who finished first, second, or third. At Indianapolis, you don't finish first. They don't even remember who finished second. The name of the person who finished second is like the name of the guy who invented Kellogg's cereal, or lumber, or who was the first owner of the first Ace hardware store. Victor, who was the name of the owner of the first Ace hardware store? Who knows and who cares? Ooh.
Ace.
Because Yahweh tears up the order of finish, but unlike the Indy 500 where the second, third, and fourth place, nobody ever remembers who came in second, only the winner. Everyone in the kingdom is a winner because everyone's name is written in the Lamb's book of life. Amen. Father, we thank you, Yahweh. Oh, yes, Yahweh. Baruch Hashem, Yahweh. Speedway Guidelines. Abba Yahweh, we give you all the kavod for taking this season where they're going to run the Indianapolis 500 and bring it into the shul, but Father, in a way where we can understand the similarity as well as the dissimilarities. And Father, that we would learn these disciplines that these athletes go through to pursue a great and noble man-made goal. And yet, it is just that, man-made. And so, Father, we thank you that they strive to attain a corruptible crown. But we, an incorruptible crown. And Abba, that we don't just beat the air aimlessly, but we bring our body under subjection. Lest when we have preached and proclaimed to others, we ourselves should become castaway. And so, Father, bring to remembrance and recollection all these lessons you've taught us, everyone that you taught us. Father, let us see that it's not just running to South Africa or Central America and doing ministry. It is preparing with daily victories, self-discipline. Because according to your word in Yaakov, if we can discipline our tongues, we can conquer the world. Father, we know even our tongues, which no man can tame, only you can tame. And so, Father, we give you kol hakavod, kol hagevurah, for this special day. B'shem Yeshua Mashiachenu, v'kol kehilat Yisrael, imru, amen, v'ei.
So